Hey guys, it's your wingman Sky. Jumped on the new Walker Assault map, Twilight, for the first time today. The content checkbox on Battlefront is finally starting to get ticked. The sunset on Jakku, Graveyard of Giants, is a nice touch as well, so be sure to check that out. I have a feeling once the DLC starts shipping, it'll bring new life into the game. There's so much to love about it already. Amazing graphics and sound, tight netcode, brilliant map design, and polished UI, just to name a few. As for the new map, I really like the Snowstorm. It puts a very different spin on flying. It reminds me a bit of Parasail Storm from Battlefield 4. I think it would give pilots that have a greater awareness a big advantage, because it tends to obstruct your view and induce a little more of that camera vertigo. So the $1,000,000 question, what do I think of the A-Wings? I'll say it loud and proud. I think DICE nailed it. First game I jumped on this morning, me and this other ace pilot pushed out the A-Wings completely from bell to bell on the second phase of Twilight Walker Assault. And that's with me half asleep at 4:30 in the morning. Didn't even need to warm up. The flexes in the background. We started out with a 2v2, which we won pretty handily. And then I proceeded to use their most hated tactic of camping the spawn against them throughout the rest of the round. I pretty much predicted in my video announcing the official nerf. These pilots were probably thinking, what did they do to my A-Wing? The hitbox is noticeably changed. A-Wings no longer have any additional survivability compared to the X-Wing. It now comes down to a matter of whether you want the extra firepower and agility of the X-Wing or the speed of the A-Wing. The speed is still an advantage, as it can be disorienting to chase one down, especially with your speed boost engaged, and I'm sure it gives them an edge when dodging missiles. Now, I actually have very little experience with the A-Wing, as I tended to just avoid the A-Wing token altogether, so I don't really have a lot of good insight on what it feels like to pilot one. I did feel that the wide turn radius was not my cup of tea, as it's hard to maneuver without powering down your thrusters, but doing so makes you a sitting duck, now more so than ever. I still don't really feel like trying it out, but I may have to now that it's become a little more skill based, so stay tuned. One quick tip before I go: when dogfighting on Twilight, you're most likely going to be using the TIE Interceptor against the A-Wing, unless of course you can survive a TIE fighter from the first phase, which I might have been able to do had I been able to find a bloody token. In any event, when dogfighting A-Wings, you can actually use their speed against them, as you can afford to power down your thrusters and take risks without fear of them outmaneuvering you. Watch how I dive to the ground to get right under the nose of this poor guy. I used the minimap and the sound from my headphones to know exactly where he was. With the A-Wing's crazy speed, wide turning, and the snowstorm in his face, this guy probably didn't know what hit him. Well, it looks like Imperial air superiority is actually a thing now. So stay tuned for some more exciting dogfight tips and tricks videos. Again, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.